Hello friends, welcome to a new video. Oh my word, my legs hurt so bad. I went to the gym this morning, you would have seen, but I haven't worked out that hard in a really long time. So like my legs don't work anymore. Clutch control, I almost died. Anyway, today's my last day on tour leave and I go back to work tomorrow and I already have a flight scheduled, but like for the next couple of weeks my schedule is actually pretty relaxed. I have a flight tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then I'm off Sunday and Monday, and then I fly again on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm hoping that means it's going to be like a fairly easy reintroduction to the flying life. I've packed my cabin crew bag again. Yesterday I did have to go into the office though. I had to pick up some work items because we have new work items. We got work tablets. That's kind of crazy. We have new work tablets. So I had to go fetch it yesterday because today is a public holiday and no one was going to be in the office. And tomorrow is a Saturday, so again, the IT people won't be there at work. Must be nice to have an office job and have weekends off. I wonder what that's like. You know what? Like, I've been flying for 7 years and I still have not found the perfect in-flight cabin shoes. Like, my work heels, I've used Hush Puppies, I've used shoes from Woolworths, I've used shoes from Shoe City. The most recent ones were Pierre Cardin's from Edgar's. And when I tell you, like, my feet hurt, it's just uncomfortable after a few wears. And like, it stretches out and becomes really uncomfortable. The heel loses its stability really quickly as well. So I went for the big gun. I went to Green Cross and I paid over 1,000 Rand for these babies. I'm hoping that means that these are actually gonna be good to me. I don't know, I should probably maybe like break them in today. These are the heels that I got. They're little black court heels. They are a size 5 because one thing that flying has taught me is that my work heels will always stretch out. I'm generally a size 6, but I just go for the size 5. Yeah, I might actually put some socks on and wear these around the house today so that I'm not completely battling tomorrow. I feel like I want to chat to you guys a lot more, but I think I'll just bring you guys along for the day with me now. And then when my vlogs are more up to date on my channel, then I'll actually ask you guys for Q&A questions. And then maybe we can do like a little Q&A live catch up where we're just catching up a bit more. I was also thinking of redoing my how to become a flight attendant in South Africa video with like updates to make it more recent and just more in depth. But now I think it's been 7 years now that I've been flying and I've got all this experience, but also certain things have changed and my opinions of certain things have changed as well. So I definitely want to share that with you guys. Let me know if you'd be interested in that, and also if you'd be interested in me doing a Q&A. If you want to, you can leave your Q&A questions now and then I'll answer them when I do the Q&A, but I will ask again in my community tab here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. I haven't done a Q&A in what feels like years. I actually have no idea when last I did one of those. You would have seen that the flying in Barbados was not super chill. It was like go, 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 go constantly. So I've really been trying to rest as much as possible. But when I first got home, I had a lot going on. I had to try to get a lot done really quickly. Now I finally have like a couple days to myself and I'm trying to just take care of myself, chill, sleep, and also I'm trying to catch up on some editing. And I am really excited to get back to work. So it's just like, yeah, a few like little things I need to handle before I go back to work. But ultimately, I'm just trying to have like a super chill, kind of productive day. Returning to work on a Saturday should be made illegal because it is so against everything right now. It's so weird. It's a Saturday, guys. It's a Saturday. It's part of being a flight attendant, I guess. I just got to the office now. Today, what am I doing? If anybody knows, please send help. I'm flying to Kimberley today. Just a quick Kimberley and back. And I think my pilots are currently flying with a different cabin crew member to Margate. And then they'll come back and they'll stay on board, and then just me and the cabin crew will swap places and we'll fly. Oh my gosh, why is everything so skewed? Can you tell how out of practice I am of doing this? What the heck? Also, we're flying on a Dash 300 today. It's definitely the propeller plane that I enjoy the most. I'm excited to fly on that. I haven't been on that obviously in months. and we're not expecting too many passengers. I think we're expecting about 30 passengers going down to Kimberley, and then something like 18 coming back, which should be nice. It's like a nice way to ease me back into everything. Could you imagine if I had like a full flight and it was like a Durban or a Hoedspruit flight as my first flight back? I would die. Guys, my legs still hurt so bad and I don't know what to do. And just like standing up and sitting down hurts. Oh gosh, wish me luck. I'm gonna need it. Just like that, I'm back, guys. I'm sorry I didn't vlog. I was just really trying to focus on being back at work, and obviously things are quite hectic when we have tight turnarounds and like crew changes and everything like that, so I couldn't quite chat, but it was a pretty good day. 23 passengers going down and 16 coming back. Our flying time was short and sweet, an hour 10 each way, and we were on time the whole day, which I really thought that we wouldn't be for some reason, because it seemed like there was a delay. Like, or maybe it's just because I got to work so early that I, for some reason, expected that there was actually a delay. Because I even had like half an hour to go and sit in the lounge and have a cup of coffee. But yeah, really great day, great crew. My passengers were great as well. I told them like I haven't been on this plane in 3 months, so please forgive me. But they were so cute and they would like applaud me after every announcement. It was so funny. And I was like, guys, I promise it's not my first day at work. It's just like I'm out of practice. And I kept accidentally saying things like, oh, please open your window blinds. The Dash 300 doesn't have window blinds. I almost mentioned the drop-down oxygen masks, which we don't have either on the Dash 8 because it doesn't fly that high. And I almost mentioned it and I was like, oh, shut up. Like I said, good day. Now it is home time. Feet are actually so sore because of these shoes, and like my legs still really hurt, so I'm struggling to walk like a normal human being. Probably need to like soak in some like bath salts or something when I get home to help with the muscle pain, because it's pretty bad. As I start vlogging, I just hear Benji like jump off the bed and run towards me. Hi, buddy. Morning, guys. It's Sunday and it's such a beautiful day. I'm still struggling to sit down and stand up, but I really want to go to the gym again today. The house is also a bit of a mess. I don't even want to show you guys what the dining room looks like right now, because I've still got my bridal shower gifts sitting on the dining table, a bunch of stuff that has accumulated, and just like a lot of crap, and we need to figure it out. I'm gonna edit for a little bit. Also, how cute is my I'm his Mrs. mug? Yesterday Keegan made us coffee in the morning and he was drinking out of his I'm her Mr. mug, and it was just so cute because we're getting married. And he didn't even complain that they were corny or anything. Literally the update that nobody cares about. My legs are feeling a little bit better, but I'm still struggling here and there. I really should stop doing this to myself. Guys, we have an update on the house. I've been home basically for 2 weeks now because that's how long my tour leave was. So basically we went to see the house on the Monday after I got home, and pretty much the next day, if not Wednesday, we put our offer in. The owner counted a little bit, so we did go up, but we basically ended up paying asking price. He accepted our offer, and then we've applied for our bond, and right now it says that our bond has been approved on principle, which I don't really know what that means just yet. I'm hoping that by the time I'm editing and uploading this vlog, it means that like we actually got the bond approved, because right now it says we are approved but like pending verification of certain documents, which is fine, but I feel like it kind of sucks for me specifically, being a flight attendant and trying to apply for a house. I don't think people believe like what my salary is necessarily, and not because like I'm saying I earn more than what I do, but because it doesn't make sense like in my statement, because I'm saying I'm using fake numbers now, but I'm basically saying that I earn 5,000 Rand, but then my statement says that I earn 20,000 Rand. But that's basically because what I do with my like finances and stuff, and even when it came to applying for my apartment, like when you fill out your financial paperwork and you're applying for a house, is they're always wanting to know what is your net salary, so after your deductions, like the amount of money you take home, and then after your expenses, what is the amount of money you have left. And so what I'll do is I'll literally go off of the very minimum amount that I'll ever get, because as flight attendants here in South Africa, we get paid a monthly salary, and at least at my company, and and actually every company I've ever worked for, we get paid a basic salary, right? Which isn't a lot of money. Like I'm saying to you guys, we get paid like, let's say 5,000 Rand, right? But the thing is, that's not the amount of money we take home. We take home a little bit more than that, obviously, because every day that you fly, you get more money. So you get like a meal allowance money on top of your basic salary. So your basic salary is your absolute bare minimum. Like if you don't work that entire month, this is how much you'll still get. So that's what I send through to like the property people, is like, look, if there were a month that I wasn't flying, this is the minimum that I would be getting in income. But obviously, if you look at my last year's worth of statements, you can tell that I have not earned such a little bit of money. I've obviously always earned a bit more than that, because of the flights I do locally and then when we fly internationally. So it's nice that I do have the extra money, but like they don't quite understand it, so I always have to explain it, and they always have like follow-up questions. And I feel so bad because like Keegan works in corporate, his salary is so straightforward, and then you get mine and I'm like, well, let's instead of sending 3 months pay slips or 3 months bank statements, I have to send like 6 to 12 months worth of stuff just so that they can see my average throughout the entire year, that like, look, my salary does not go below this, even though in the paperwork I filled in that my net salary is such a little bit of money. As you can see, like in my actual like financial statements, I don't actually earn that little bit of money. This is just like the base salary that I had to obviously tell you guys because that's what my payslip says. So yeah, it's like a bit of a complicated situation, at least for me. But now, because we're applying both of us together, we're not yet married, but we're applying for this house together, they're like, I think they scrutinize the numbers and the paperwork a little bit more. So I'm like a little bit nervous about that. I'm like, please don't let me be the reason that we don't actually get approved. But right now, approved on principle seems like a good sign. I don't know. We won't be seeing the house like in the next vlog. It'll probably be a couple of months before we see it, just because the house currently has tenants in it and they need to be given 2 months notice to move out. So I won't like go in and fetch keys or do empty apartment tours until the tenants are gone and we've had the house cleaned, you know? So it is an exciting update, definitely. Like, I never thought that we would be trying to do this at the exact same time that we're also trying to get married. But like, you know what? Things just fell into place and we're going with it at this point. I don't think this house is our forever house either. It has been renovated by the seller, who is also a realtor, but he didn't like renovate it smartly, if you know what I mean. Like literally the ensuite, like the master bedroom bathroom, when he renovated it, he literally removed the shower. So we were like, what were you even thinking? But like, it's fine because I'm still going to add my own shower back. But also with that said, renovations won't happen immediately. I think we'll give ourselves like a year living there and like experiencing all 4 seasons in that house first, to see like, okay, during the summer thunderstorms, where are we getting leaks? Are there any leaks? Do we have like moisture issues in this house? Like, what is going on? For the next year, I'm just going to plan exactly my layout instead of like rushing to just do everything before we move in. So yeah, it's going to be kind of like a weird process, I guess. I'm not one of those creators that you'll watch who will buy a house and immediately renovate it and make everything super fancy and looking 5 stars and then decorating the house with all this amazing furniture. Like, that is just not how life really works, and things are really expensive. So we need to save up for this, obviously. Like, we need to see what we even want. We want to see how the spaces fit for us and exactly how we want to use the spaces. Like, it's a fairly large house. We're literally doubling our living space. Obviously, it's going to take us time to figure out like what we're even going to use all that space for. And yeah, I just want to try to take time to enjoy each phase that we're in and each stage that we're in with this life, this incredible and blessed life that we have. But yeah, that's my car chat for the day. I'm gonna head inside now and have a shower. So I'm gonna make us lunch. Actually, I think I'll just heat up leftovers because he ordered us Chinese food last night and we both weren't that hungry. We didn't even eat it. But I definitely feel like some chicken chow mein right now. Good morning, guys. I haven't vlogged in a couple of days and I'm about to leave to go to work. So I just wanted to say good morning. You might not know this, but I literally drive to work in my Crocs and then I keep my work heels in my car so that I change into them when I get to the office. It just keeps my feet super comfortable, okay? What can I say? Hopefully you guys can't hear Keegan yelling at people in a work call right now. I still have pretty much no idea what Keegan does for a living, but I do love hearing his meetings and hearing him like telling people like, you need to be more efficient, you need to get your act together, blah blah blah. I'm just like, yes, tell them, baby. And also, like, yesterday he was working from home and I was just chilling because it was my day off, and it was so nice. Like, I started dreaming about like a stay-at-home wife life, and I was like, this would be so much fun if he could like still continue to work but from home, and then I could continue to make fun videos and just edit and film all day. That would be such a vibe. But alas, I just got to my actual job. Today I'm flying to Hoedspruit and back, and then we've got split duty, so we're gonna have a few hours of just sitting around and waiting until it's time for us to fly to East London and sleep there tonight. And we're in the hotel. There's the bathroom, there's the room, there's little old me. The day was pretty good. My crew were great. I am so shook because we were checking in and my first officer was born in 1999. She's 6 years younger than me, and I don't know what it is, but like I had this like whole, like I had a moment of like, no, since when, like when did I get so old that my first officers are younger than me? I'm sorry, like when did that start happening? I'm not ready for that to be my reality right now. Like I'm so used to flying with crew who are much older than me, first officers and captains alike. And now like I have first officers born in 1999. Oh, I don't know if I can handle that, guys. Hoedspruit flights, as you can imagine, were very hectic. We had 18 passengers going and 29 coming back. I was busy the entire time, and on the ground I was also busy because like during the flight I'm busy with service, and then when we're on the ground I'm busy tidying up the cabin, and then just like on to the next, you know, and then we board and then we move again. We had about 2.5 hours sit in between Hoedspruit and coming here to East London, so I went into the lounge, but it was also really busy, so I didn't have any like sort of space while I was there. So I just had a little bit of food, I had a cup of coffee, and then on to the next plane, and then we got ready and we just operated this flight and got in a little while ago, like about an hour ago. It's now just before 8 p.m. and we're in our rooms. Our pickup is at 5:40 in the morning for a 7 a.m. departure. So I should probably take my melatonin right now so that I can get into bed and pass out and get a decent amount of sleep. Hopefully doing just the one flight home. We were expecting 30 passengers and 48 people showed up. We ended up with a very full flight. It was just really busy. I didn't have a chance to even have like a sip of water because everybody wanted tea and coffee. It just takes much longer to make like tea and coffee for everyone versus just handing somebody like a Coke. But we were on time, like we didn't have any issues, honestly. Even the passengers were great. And it's funny because this one guy was like, oh, where can we complain about such great service? And I was like, that's funny. And I gave him my manager's email address. But it's funny because we have this group at my airline where our managers will post if a passenger gave like really good feedback and emailed the airline about it to say like, hey, I just had a really great flight experience with this person and I just wanted to, you know, like reach out to you and let you know that they like are a really great crew member or whatever. And I realized that I like always tell you guys, like passengers tell me like, oh, you did such a good job, like well done, we love this flight, blah blah blah. But like no one has ever sent a message to my airline. When I first started flying about a month or two in, one of the senior managers of that airline that I was flying for, one of our charter clients, he was on my flight and he wrote a message to say like, you know, well done, she did a great job or whatever. But ever since then, like no one has ever emailed whatever airline I fly for to give them like Andy did such a great job. So half the time I think that like my colleagues probably think I'm lying if they watch my videos and I'm telling you guys, oh, this passenger said I did such a great job, we had such brilliant passengers, blah blah blah, and then in the group, why aren't I getting shout outs? Anyway, my point is that today a couple of the passengers did ask me for email addresses, and honestly I have no idea what the email address is. So like I think I should find out what the email address is, and then I want to like cut out little like business card size like little email addresses, and then like if a passenger says like, oh, where can I give you feedback for whether it's complaints or compliments, and then I can just hand them that little thing so that I don't have to write it down every time. Yeah, that's all. I just got home now. There was a bit of traffic on the way. I have not had a cup of coffee and I'm struggling. So I want to get a cup of coffee. I'm thinking I actually want to try, I heard that there's a pistachio latte at Starbucks here. So I want to go and try it, but I've come home first. I really want to get out of my uniform and everything before I head out. But yeah, I really just feel like in the mood for some caffeine, but also like pistachio latte sounds freaking fantastic. It is a Wednesday, so I ended up getting us some wacky Wednesday as well. But I went to Starbucks, and firstly, I saw this other drink that they have now. It's called an iced matcha lavender latte. And that just sounded so good. So I was like, oh yes, please can I have that? But they said they were out of matcha, so I couldn't have that, so that sucks. But it's also fine, I'll save it for a warmer day. I'm not an iced coffee person as my first coffee of the day. I'm very much a hot coffee person. So instead I went ahead and I got the pistachio latte, and I also got a lavender latte as well. I'll probably end up having the lavender, and I think Keegan will probably end up having the pistachio, but I really wanted to try both of them. It doesn't seem like it's anything fancy. The pistachio one just seemed like they added a pistachio syrup. It's not bad. I can't really taste anything. Do you think they just didn't mix it? It's a mild flavor, but do you want a pistachio? And then the lavender latte. Hi guys.
EPM, all tables are potentially used.
I literally don't taste anything.
One, all tables need to be refreshed at the same time.
This lavender latte tastes like nothing. It literally tastes like very milky coffee, so I'm actually gonna just do a shot of an espresso. It doesn't even taste like they put enough lavender syrup or whatever it is that they were trying to do. Can you hear that? We live right next to a school. Anyway, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Good morning. We're doing another East London night stop today, except we are going to first stop in Victoria Falls. So we're first going to do Victoria Falls and back, and then still have another couple of hours waiting, and then do the East London night stop. It's pretty much the exact same trip as what we had yesterday or the day before. So I don't think I'll bring you guys along with me today, just because that would be so repetitive. Really hoping that everything with this house goes through, because I cannot live next to a school anymore. And actually we live next to two schools. So we've got this school that we literally share our backyard fence with, and then across the road there's another school. If it isn't this school being super loud early in the morning, that school, especially on weekends, they'll have like sports days and things, and the cars will all park like right on the road, so when you're driving out of our gate you can't see the traffic coming in and out, and there's just lots of potholes and lots of traffic because people are dropping their kids off at school and stuff like that. So I don't want to live so close to a school. I mean, if we had kids, then it would absolutely make the most sense, because then the child could just walk across the road and be at school. But that's not our current situation, so I don't really feel the need to stay here to be close to the schools and stuff. It's very loud, and I'm a light sleeper, and some days I finish work really late. Like let's say I got home at like 2 a.m. from work and I'm super tired, so I only fall asleep around 3. This cheering and stuff starts around 7. No. No. So this morning coming out of East London, this one passenger asked if they can move to a row in front of them where nobody was sitting. And I said to him, yes, you can move, but please wait until after takeoff once the seatbelt signs have been switched off. And he's like, okay, cool, no problems. Then we taxi and we are heading to the runway to start taking off now. And the pilots give me the signal that we're about to take off, which is to them to switch off the seatbelt sign and switch it back on, but like immediately. It's like a very quick double chime. And so I guess this guy just decided that because he saw, but like it doesn't even take like 5 minutes. It's not like they switch it off and then switch it back on 5 minutes later. It's like an immediate off on, you know? And so anyway, we get to the runway and we start rolling down the runway to take off. Does the man not stand up and start moving to the other seat? So I'm like yelling at him like, sir, please sit back down, sit back down. Oh my gosh, put your seatbelt back on. What the heck? I think he just saw one of the signs turning off and he decided, I'm not waiting around to see what happens next. I'm getting up and I am moving to a different seat. And I was like, I said after takeoff, bro. Like, how did you not? Yo, we're still like literally full speed going down the runway and you decide now is the perfect time. Yo, the heart attack that man gave me. But anyway, I just thought I would close out this vlog. It is rainy today, so I'm heading home. I think I might go to the gym for a little bit though. And then I'm just going to be on the couch the rest of the day, watching some TV, watching some movies that I've been meaning to watch, and just having serious couch potato vibes because I am flying tomorrow. No rest for the wicked. Bye, guys.
You give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign.